Nearing the Christmas holidays, I thought we'd check this keyboard out. This is the Yunzii X98, and its main claim to fame is its transparent and shiny design that brightens my whole desk with its RGB LEDs. Let's quickly check it out. Disclaimers out of the way first, Yunzii has sent me this keyboard for review, but all thoughts and opinions are mine. They're seeing this video the same time as you do. This board is quite similar to the Raksinag PC upgrade I did a while ago, and I'm glad to have something like it back in the same form factor. Anyways, let's go back to the unboxing. Opening up the Yunzii box, we are first greeted with a full instruction manual in multiple languages, showing us how to set up the board and all of its functions. Next to that is a condensed guide in this quirky looking pamphlet, again in multiple languages. The board is underneath all that, still wrapped in its protective PE sheet and thin hard plastic case. We'll get to that in a bit. For now, let's check out the accessories. Inside the compartment leaves the white, braided, and coiled Type-C cable, which is a nice touch for such an affordable board. Next to it is your standard keycap and switch puller combo, some extra transparent switches in the form of the snow linears, then some extra transparent keycaps, which acts as novelties for the board. Finally, going back to the board itself, I've got mine in the fully transparent silver, but you could also get this in pink. First impressions, it's truly such a transparent keyboard. This is like if nothing, the company made the keyboard. It looks so striking. The X98 is a budget, almost full-size mechanical keyboard from Yunzii. That's main feature is the transparent design bordering the whole perimeter of the case and even the insides. This is then coupled with the bright and vivid perky RGB lighting blasting on the PCB. Turn them all on and you get yourself one of the most eye-catching light shows on your desk. Going back to the basics, the X98 is an 1800 style board with the 98 keys flanking the board front and center. Alongside that are 3 LED indicators, which tells you about your caps lock, num lock, and charging status. And on the top right is a knob to adjust your volume and its light effects. To the front face, we see a Yunzii logo embedded on the right. And to the sides, we see a simple wedge profile with subtle curves on the edges, making this more of a squircle looking board. To the rear, we see a place where the Type-C and connection mode toggle, as this is a tri-mode keyboard. And to the back lives a plethora of things, starting off with the accent aluminum magnetic mid-piece that also houses a tri-mode dongle, and to the sides of that are the adjustable rubber feet. In between those, we see a diamond-like pattern surrounding the whole perimeter of the back case. Weighing in at almost 1.25 kilograms, this is one heavy board for a polycarbonate plastic case. Upon checking the board, I've seen no scratches nor cracks on the plastic case. That might change if you open it up, as this has plastic tabs, and I fear that disassembling this will ruin the case. A word of advice as well, maybe don't keep this in sunlit rooms, as this may yellow the board, the way all transparent plastics do. But nevertheless, I think it has an acceptable build quality for its price. Moving on over to the PCB, while I wasn't able to disassemble this fully, I was able to get a glimpse of the PCB and its mounting structure due to its transparent design. So I guess that's a plus. To start off, it's a Cherry MX hot swappable PCB in the south-facing orientation. It has perky RGB, supporting 16.8 million colors, and it's all being configured either through the function layers or even via if you'd like. This is a tri-mode PCB, which means you could connect this wired and wireless through the aforementioned dongle or even Bluetooth with 3 devices. This is being powered by a 9000 mAh battery inside, and other notable features includes the ratcheting knob on the top right that also has a click to mute the audio. Some suggestions that I think would make this PCB better is for it to have underglow or even side glow at the very least. as the only lighting on this is the perky RGB. If they really want to commit to the bit of a light show, then that should be the priority. But otherwise, it's a good, if not great PCB. It basically has the guts of the AL98, their premium board, but with the addition of the knob. While we're talking about the PCB, let's talk about the plate and mounting. This seems to be using some sort of mirror plate as prescribed by them that almost looks like steel or aluminum. But other than that, I've got no more info on this. For mounting, this uses your standard gasket mount structure with gasket tabs flanking all sides of the plate, as clearly seen through its transparent case. It's all foamed up inside with multiple types of foams that includes plate foam, IXPE in between the PCB and switch, PET under the plate foam, then finally some poron. This is all engulfed in a huge silicone dampener, seen even on the back. It all adds up to the board sounding very nice and foamy. Granted, the gasket mount isn't really doing much of its gasket bounce or flex, even if the alu plate is supposed to have flex cuts for it. But it's an alright trade-off if you don't care that much of the feel. Moving on over, in line with keeping its transparent theme, the switches on this are fully transparent, except for the copper pins. These are the pre-lube snow linears by Yunzii, and they're set to be linears with a bottom out of 52 grams. It's fully made out of palm, and it, along with the keycaps, produces one of the clackiest sounds I've heard on a board. You'll hear it for yourself later. For now, let's talk about the keycaps. The keycaps on this are a 50-50 for me. Let's talk about it. They are transparent polycarbonate keycaps with printed legends that I feel will rub off in due time. They are in a CSA profile, which are sculpted and reminds me of ASA. They have centered legends for the alpha and text legends for the mods. Like what I felt before with Akko's transparent keycaps, these are quite smudgy and very slippery to type on. I got more mistypes on this than normal keyboards, due to its slippery design. But that's the nature of these types of keycaps, and I guess you'll just need to get used to it and adopt to the specific typing style. Otherwise, quality-wise, they're alright. It really elevates the RGB of the board, and not only that, but it gives the board half of the sound I was saying earlier. Speaking of sound, here is the part you've been waiting for. Here is the Yunzii X98 with snow linears and the CSA keycaps, all stock with no mods and all the foams. Enjoy! For about 109 USD, it's rivaling its own brothers in the form of the F99 and AL98, but I think it fits a certain niche spot for the market. This board demands a specific user, someone who loves a light show on their desk and someone who'd like this at a affordable price. The X98 is a great board for that, and it can stand alone as a good board, even without the fuzz about the transparent case, so long as it's priced cheaper. If you're looking for a great almost full-size board with all the RGB effects thrown into the table, then this surely might be your next keyboard. How about you? What do you think of the board? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm John J. Vinueva, and I'll see you in the next video.